Good morning, y'all. I was originally just going to do a shot of me walking. Y'all know how the girls do it with the extended arm in view. But I was like, that's not what I really do. So let me get in here and talk with y'all a little bit. It is freezing cold out here. It's like 21 degrees and there's a slight breeze. So hopefully you all will be able to hear me. But yeah, I'm trying to step into this new year doing all the things that I really want to do, which is I want to get fit. More than just walking for my form of exercise, I've been stretching and bending and trying to get more flexible, less stiff. I saw my mother getting up the other day and how many times she has to rock before she gets up and all of that. And then I caught myself bracing myself to get up. I put my hands down first and then I pushed up to get up, and I thought, no, let's work on that. I don't know how I hurt my shoulder at one point, but I did. So I hurt my shoulder, and I'm noticing I didn't have as much flexibility and mobility in that shoulder as had been the case, right? So as I'm working out the other day, and I only have like 5-pound weights. One good thing about working out in the mirror too is when I looked in the mirror and I saw me showing favoritism toward that arm and shoulder, I realized, oh no, stretch it, extend it, it's getting better. And that's the whole truth. Somehow that stretching, bending, wall Pilates, whatever you want to call it, using my reformer, all of that has helped me to increase the strength and flexibility in my arm. And I think that's important as well. I'm just not a gym person, and that's not to say I won't hit the gym. So I'll go to the gym here and there. But my personal preference, because I've cultivated a home that's comfy, cozy, and all the things for me, right? But my personal preference is to just kind of stretch it out, walk it out, and do all the things at home. So I've been looking at some videos, strength training and lengthening and muscle toning. So that's what I'm doing to get a little more flexible. And I'm not gonna kid you, I find that it's helping. So just sharing my little tidbit. Y'all know if I know something, I'm telling something. That's my something to know and tell. Whew. By the way, I'm walking in these new shoes I got from Walmart. They're like Avias or something. They're actually pretty comfortable. I'm not gonna lie. I've had the Nikes and I've had the other name brand shoes. They were all right. These are just as comfortable. So, yay me, saved a coin on that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm making my effort to do better. It's not easy either, I'll tell you that. Especially on a day like this. Oh, baby, and I'm on vacation. I really wanted to stay in that bed. But that's okay. That's what makes us stronger, right? We do the hard things. And it was hard. There's a slight breeze, like I said, so I got my glasses on. I'm trying to prevent my eyes from watering and all that. Oh, it's too cold to cry. I'll tell you that right now. Y'all probably can't see that, but it's too cold to cry. Anywho, I don't want to keep talking about the weather. I say that, and as soon as I do, I start crying anyway. Woo! Wipe that away quick. Anyway, speaking of getting into the new year, I decided I wanted to do a vision board. What was I thinking? I have no idea about a vision board. Never did one before. So I get with a couple of my girlfriends and I was like, well, first of all, let me just say, we have been talking about doing a vision. No, we didn't. We have been talking about doing getting together to do a live. There we go. Y'all see the sun is getting ready to come up. That tells you how early I'm up and out and at 'em. But anyway, we had talked about trying to do a live together before, and the schedules didn't align, and for whatever reason we kind of put it off. But you know how people do, so we did that. So anyway, we wanted to get together, and we were like, well, what are we gonna do? And the first one is always the trial and error. But even if it is gonna be trial and error, mistakes, messed up, all of that, I still wanted to do it and kind of get it out of the way. So whatever it is, I was like, well, I don't want to just sit there and straight talk. That's not bad. No knock on the people who do it. And most of it ended up being straight talk anyway after all that. But anyway, So I'm going to want us to actually have an activity or something to do. And I was like, you know what, as we getting ready to go into the new year, I've never done a vision board. Kay says, me either. Chloe says, me either. That should have been our first clue, right? 3 blind mice. That's what I ended up calling us throughout the project, baby. We had to go to Dollar Tree, shop around, see what things we could find there. Couldn't find what we needed. We went on magazine hunts. I ended up getting mine from the library, but not even the not even the second library that I went to did I get those magazine clippings and stuff. Probably could have gone to Pinterest, but little known fact about me, I don't even have a printer at home. Usually if I have documents and stuff I want to print off, I go to work and do it. So anyway, we do all this running around, last minute shopping, because you know we didn't get up and do it right when we said we'd do it. So we still had to do all that last minuting and get those things together. Then I had to come home, but I had an idea. I got started on it, and I knew I wanted it to be different categories. So yeah, thankfully I came home. I was doing that and getting the different categories together just so I could kind of map it out. Then on top of that, yeah, I was like, well, I don't want us to have a bunch of, so like, yeah, what else do you want to talk about? So what did I do? I ended up making this whole document of different little questions and stuff I was going to ask. Whole document. I don't even know how many questions were on there, but I know how many I asked off of there. One, I started off on that, and even as I was reading it, I was telling myself, why are you reading this? What are you doing? Y'all talk pretty regularly and just let it flow. So that's what we ended up doing. We let it flow. And I think the live was pretty good. I didn't know it was going to be 2 hours.
Speaking of that, let me ask you this. Have you seen on YouTube, and it's been on social media, where white women will tell their children if they ever get lost, look for a black woman? They know how we are whenever it comes to children. Like, little boy, what's going on? Where you at? Whatever. We're very nurturing. We're very caring.
Right. I wish them kids would have told their parents, if you ever in trouble, vote for a black woman. I said the wrong thing, didn't I? Let me go down to a comment.
I'm gonna mind my business and drink my assistant.
That's what I give my ex credit for. He's an ex for a whole nother reason, but one thing he knew to do, he not only did the things that needed to be done for me, but when my mother's grass needed cutting, he cut it. When her driveway needed shoveling, he shoveled it. And there are some women, that is also an expectation of mine. Because my mother, before she developed Alzheimer's and all the things, she was already an older woman. So what I look like, it's nice. My driveway is shoveled and all that stuff. I don't have a problem getting out. But my mother's struggling. My mother got to find her hope boy. And I don't know, these newfangled kids in my neighborhood, they don't even come by to ask if we need shoveling. Baby, the last time we had snow, I'm looking out the blinds because I know somebody going to come get this $20 bill that nobody came. Nobody. And I remember thinking about my ex. I said, yep, once again, I got to give you your flowers. I give credit where it's due. So
no, the mama be out there shoveling while the son is in the house playing the Xbox.
I wish the heck I would.
Not at my house. I got to.
Oh, I wish I would have.
Baby.
And not only that, but here's what I'm a little upset about. We getting back into the social media news. So that married to medicine mother who just was stressed to the nines. Her son done spent $60,000 on a credit card and all. Girl, love. She sent me an email and said that she went and bought that boy a Tesla. I said, you got to be lying to me.
Girl,
she said, let me catch you up, Kimberly. She went and bought him a Tesla, and he was bragging about it on social media. I said, you got to be lying. One of the other things that's important for me to do is focus a little bit more on my self-care and doing for myself as well as doing for others. I think sometimes as women, for sure, and we talked about this a little bit too, but I think sometimes as women, we get caught up in our nurturing and our giving roles, and then it doesn't help that I'm a teacher too.
But she's somebody else in the making. begin, and she'll be there. But she's wondering if it's gonna feel like she's forever. Wondering if it's gonna feel like this whenever she leaves her safe space. She leaves her safe space. Wondering if it is forever, or is there some place that will make her feel better? Make her feel better. Then that's where she'll go. That's where she'll go. Somebody say don't be.
And I have a lot of kids who are actually very needy. And you end up giving in that capacity as well. And all of that can be kind of tricky. So it's important too that I remember to step back and give to myself, to treat myself well, and to do for myself as well as I do for others. I even felt bad. I think I showed y'all in my vlog that I had done Christmas gifts for my kids, and what the gift consisted of, for anyone not knowing, is I pretty much had candy and I wrapped it in a cute little snowman thing, and in the snowman wrapper at the top of the snowman wrapper I put a pair of gloves, because y'all know kids, they lose gloves just about as often as you buy them for them. And I had done that. So then I'm feeling good about it, and I've done that for several years. One of my teacher friends showed me what she was giving. Oh, honey, she had a whole gift bag and a book for the kids, and the book had a stuffy that went along with the book. And I was like, oh my gosh, how could you afford that for like 20 some odd kids? I'm talking about each one cost $10 something, and that doesn't even include the tissue paper in the bag that she put it in. And so she was like, oh, I went on Facebook, and I forgot what the request is called, but anyway, she requested it on Facebook is what it amounted to. And I was like, oh, I felt kind of bad that I didn't think of that. I've never thought of reaching out and asking. And sure enough, it's like my mother's always told me, you have not because you ask not. And so I'm not asking you guys that. I'm just saying in general, I feel like we fall short of some of the things we want, or we don't get all of the things we want because we just don't ask for it. And I've never thought to ask for that kind of help with my gift giving. So that kind of struck a chord with me, and I thought, what else am I missing out on in life because I haven't asked for it? And so asking for it and putting it out there and stating that it's a want of mine is what prompted me to do that vision board. And at the bottom of it, I wrote a statement that just basically says everything I want already exists. Like, I'm not asking for something new and crazy and unheard of and astronomical. Everything I want already exists. So why can't it be for me? Why can't I have it? That's the same thing I'm thinking of for y'all. Why can't we have it? Oh, you want to be healthier? Why can't that be ours? What's stopping us? Probably us. Probably not getting up and moving. And so that's kind of on my mind. A lot of times when I'm walking, I either walk in silence and I say my thank yous for all the things that I have and the things that I want, as if it already exists. But or I listen to books. I do that too. But today and this morning, I just want to walk in that gratitude and be thankful. I used to, for friends who have been with me for a while, y'all know, I used to write every morning in my gratitude journal, but I've switched to doing it at night now. And I feel like it makes me more productive in terms of the things I'm saying thank you for, because what it does is it keeps me on the lookout throughout the day of what am I going to write about in my journal? What am I going to say that I'm thankful for? And so all throughout the day, I find myself looking for that thing to be grateful for. Then come the end of the day, it's so many I can't really name them all. Oh yeah, she's winded. I got on my weighted vest and layers. They say walking in the cold burns more calories. I should be burning a lot of calories. But anyway, I don't want to sound too preachy, but at the same time, I don't want to not acknowledge some of the beauty that is life and the things that are going on in life. Those things were on my mind this morning, so I just wanted us to have a little talk. I probably look like Joe the Camel with the camera all close and I'm huffing and puffing and breathing hard, but I'm hoping y'all will look past that. We can't be pretty all the time, ladies. Sometimes you gotta get in there and grunt. We grunting. I guess I'll keep walking, enjoying my day, and we'll talk some more soon. Whew. Okay. Hello. Let's start with that. I've been soaking my feet for a good little minute, and I had the massagers on earlier, but I turned them off because they make a little too much noise. I am going to talk with y'all a bit. I've been out walking. I filmed a little bit of that. And now, I guess I haven't been at it as much lately. Anywho, yeah, I want to soak my feet a little bit after doing all that walking and talking. And it was a good walk though. Yeah, we tired, boss, and we needed to soak our feet. You know, get that new shoe feel or whatever. You know, it's the shoe contacting me in different spots. But yeah, that's what we are doing right about now. In my last video, I'm pretty sure it's my last vlog, I was talking to y'all and I was saying something about the wonderful subscriber, Miss Lady T, who said that prayer for me, that very touching prayer for me. And we ended up on the phone with each other, and I was like, I told her I didn't remember how we met. And so she told me, and I thought, oh, I kind of want to address that. And I've been kind of going back and forth in my mind whether or not I wanted to talk about things or not, some of the things, but one of the things I plan on doing this year as a person who's just sharing my life, my little docu-life, I'm gonna call it. But as I'm documenting my life, one of the things I've noticed is that not everyone is quite as they would appear on their channels and things like that. Like, it's just different. And that just makes sense though. You know, when I pulled back and I thought about it, I was like, why would I think that? Just because I think what happens is we talk to people on, say, a weekly basis. If they're vlogging every week, you get to talk to them on a weekly basis and you feel like they're being genuine, you're getting to know them, you're being your authentic self. And y'all, I've only been at this for like 2 years and some change. Oh, excuse me. And even in that 2 years, I've taken off months here, months there. So, you know, even as I'm approaching 3 years, I can't remember when exactly it'll be 3 years, but it'll be 3 years sometime this year in 2026. But even as I approach that, it's really only been like 2 years if you count up all the time in between. So this year, I'm like, I'm gonna be more consistent. I'm going to, you know, just open up and talk about things more. And that's just my goal. We're gonna really strive and work on it. Life happens, things pop up, and I'm gonna give myself grace if and as needed. But I really do want to work on being more focused. But getting back to what I was saying about Lady T, I was like, how did we meet? And she said, oh yeah, you had commented under someone else's video. Nope, I'm not, I got it backwards. She had commented under someone else's video, and I responded to her comment. So why was I talking about the whole 2 years thing? Well, the thing is, it's probably been 3, maybe closer to 4-ish years now. No, it's been 3. I'm trying to give myself more credit. But it hasn't been that long since I learned that YouTube is more than a how-to. Like, I literally used to go on to YouTube and I'm like, how to put down contact paper, you know, so it doesn't seam. I had some chairs that I reupholstered. I'd gotten this fabric from Michael's. I went on YouTube to find out how do I cut it to make it lay smoothly. So everything for me was how to. And I didn't really know that YouTube was for entertainment as well. So fast forward, I find out, oh, YouTube is for entertainment, I would see people make their comments. This is long before I picked up a camera. So I would see people make their comments and I would be like, oh, I saw that too, or I noticed that too. Yeah, I think that also. And I'm just, before I knew about the whole YouTubers building community stuff, I was just part of communities, the various channels that I would watch. I would comment on, or I would like someone's comment, agree. So now that's just kind of what I'm used to. Fast forward, I finally pick up a camera. I'm like, oh, well, let me share my life as well. I don't know that there are a lot of 50 plus women who are divorced, starting life over, blase skippy. I'm gonna share this. And if nothing else, I'm gonna have a record to show my granddaughter one day so that she knows, wow, okay, this is how Mimi was doing it. Or, you know, this is more about Mimi as a woman than she would have gotten to know, right? So that's all of that to say that I was used to making comments and commenting on people's comments. So fast forward a little bit, I made a comment on someone's video. I'm gonna let that person be nameless, but I've now picked up a camera. And so the person commented back, and it was a very kind of short type of comment. Thank you. It was basically, you can address your comments to me versus my community. And she basically said I needed to build my own community on my own. I was like, what? And that's when it kind of sank in that, oh, now that I've picked up a camera, my motive for commenting and adding to other people's comments might look a little different. So then I really stopped commenting on that. And if I would read someone else's comment and I still agreed, then I might put 100 on there, like, you know, letting them know, oh, you kept it 100, or I agree with this 100%, or something like that. And even now, fast forward, I really don't leave comments on people's channels that I don't feel like I know. Like, if in growing our channels, we women have kind of helped each other. We watch each other's videos, we comment on each other's videos and things like that. So if you haven't been a part of that community, I seldom comment on other people's videos now, just because I know my intentions. My intentions are honestly to be the same person I was before I ever picked up a camera. It's to build community and have a sense of kinship with different women, you know, from around the world, literally. That to me is the opportunity that YouTube affords us, right? But yeah, after she made that comment, it was funny. And so at first I kind of dismissed it. I thought, wow, that's okay, bless your heart. That kind of shows me your intentions or your thought. But no. So get this. Last year, I'm getting ready to go on the girls trip that I've invited y'all on and all of that stuff. One of the girls trips, let me just say that, so that I'm not really, well, it doesn't hurt that I tell you it was a girls trip. So anyway, I'm building on that. I'm here in the Midwest, which means a lot of times if I want to go to the Florida, sometimes Atlantis and things like that, I touch down in a different city and then I go on to where I'm going. Some flights are straight through. It just depends on what time of day I'm trying to book them, right? So anyway, back to the community of people that, you know, we help lift each other up. We watch each other's videos. There is one said YouTuber, and I'm like, whoa, I can't believe this. I'm getting ready to touch down in her city. That's crazy. Oh, and let me just say this too. So when I look for my flights and all of my stuff that I book, I go incognito. Y'all probably do too, but you'll see why that matters in a second. So I was incognito, I saw a flight, and the flight was like, oh, you're gonna touch down in so-and-so city. Boom! Guess what? She's not monetized yet either. Was I monetized yet? I might have been. If I was barely. But my whole thing is this, y'all, and this is the whole honest truth. I feel like the more people who watch YouTube, the more money Google makes. The more money Google makes, the more money Google pays. The more money Google pays, the more people are going to want to get into YouTube, the more people are going to watch YouTube, the more, like, it to me is its own self-feeding machine. So it's not this whole thing of competition. Not to mention, there are people who I started off watching, also shall remain nameless, but there are people I used to watch because they fed a particular need or an interest at that time that I no longer watch. And what I've done is I may have picked up other different people that I now watch. Like, to me, it just depends on what your mindset is or what your entertainment interest is. All of that feeds into who it is you're going to watch. So Okay, so anyway, I'm incognito. I'm looking for my flight. I see I'm going to touch down in so-and-so city. And I'm like, dang, come to think of it, I ain't heard from so-and-so lately. Matter of fact, I've been leaving comments under so-and-so's videos and they haven't responded as of late. That's kind of odd. While I'm incognito, tap, tap, tap. Something tells me, go onto YouTube incognito, I do. Click onto that person's channel. Click a video that I know I've already watched because I'm supporting this person, and see what your comment says, or see if your comment's there, or whatever. I do, and you know the rest of the story probably. I don't see my comment. Interesting. And then I thought about it. Y'all, this is not only a person that I was commenting under, supporting their videos. I'm wanting to lift them up. Like if I'm getting ready to go to their city, I want to say I was monetized at this. Matter of fact, I'm sure. I was monetized at this time. But I'm getting ready to go to their city. They're not monetized. And I'm like, hey, in my mind, look y'all, ran into someone I'm subscribed to. Like it was going to be a whole lift her up movement the way it was playing in my mind. Until I went incognito and clicked on that channel. And then I thought about it. I was like, yeah, I ain't heard from this person in a minute. This person has a particular illness or whatever. So when they hadn't released a video for a little while, I was one of the people in the email. I'm like, hey, are you okay? How's everything going with you? Just hoping, you're doing well, blah, blah, blah. I had a whole dialogue with this person. The person emailed me back, oh yeah, I'm good, da, 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 da. So, I mean, when I say this was somebody I was actually rolling with, I was legit rolling with this person. And my comment wasn't there. So, okay, I got it. In fact, I got a little curious. I go to a previous video and one before that where she had not answered my comments. Now I'm real curious. So I go out of incognito on that YouTube, go back to my email the person, and I'm like, what did I say? Hey, I'm just checking on you again. I noticed I commented under one of your videos and didn't hear anything back. She responds back, oh yeah, I don't know how that happened. I don't know what's up, blah, blah, blah. I'm not a confrontational person. I'm not an argumentative person, but I did shoot back a thing like, wow, that felt kind of funny. Here's what I think happened. I think the video was actually hidden. What's up? What did she say? She went on, because I don't want to misquote her. You know what? Okay, so basically her comment was that she felt like since I was monetized, that, I really didn't need her channel to keep promoting mine. Because that's obviously what I was doing, right? I'm under her channel just to keep promoting no. It was a thing of, hey, we're all small YouTubers. I'm still super small. Monetized, true. Making money, not so true. But I was like, we're all small and making it, this is what I thought. Because do you think I bothered to type anything more? No, you let me know. You show me your colors. But yeah, she basically said that since now you're monetized, you don't really need to keep coming on mine to sway other people to watch your channel. That was never what that was. Any content creators out there, y'all know what it is. We support each other, we lift each other up. Because here's the sad part that's really, really true. I know a ton of people who have told a ton of people about themselves being on video, and their own personal friends, the people they know and touch, have not watched their channel, have not supported, have not, done the comments, clicked the likes. They haven't done the things that would help them grow. What has helped them grow is a community of other YouTubers. I thought that was just understood and everybody knew that. So for her to say that, I was like, wow, that's how you feel? And little does she know. I mean, I don't know that me saying, hey, look who I met. I'm another person I'm subscribed to. You should check out her channel. I don't know that would have helped, but it couldn't have hurt. And not only that, but just to know that that was my intention, but that's how it did not feel good. We're just gonna leave it at that. So that's something I've had to realize, that now that I've picked up a camera, I really don't get to comment and do the things that I really liked doing with other people's stuff. Now there are some that, like, if I already know, let's say for example, if I'm watching ABC TV, and I know ABC TV is subscribed to me too, and I know that in common, we have a subscriber and her name is Lucy. If I see Lucy's comment then I might say, oh, good to see you here, blase. But Lucy's already been commenting on mine. So then I don't have to worry about that so much, if that makes sense. But I've even done things where I'm commenting on someone else's video and one of our mutual subscribers will comment on mine and then I'll respond. But yeah, I won't say that hurt my feelings, but that really disappointed me. I was genuinely disappointed. So there are some ups and some downs. Not that that's what I was planning on talking about, but there are some ups and downs that have come with starting a YouTube channel, but way more ups than downs, way more pros than cons. Meeting people, talking to people, doing a little bit of traveling. You know, I've interacted with people I would have never interacted with. That was also true before I picked up the camera too. So yeah, it's a good thing, and I do plan on doing more and doing better and all of that. But anyway, that's my TED Talk on being on YouTube that I wasn't expecting. But it all just started for me saying, this is how I met Lady T, wonderful person. And it's a shame to say that I'm glad she sees me for who I am. I'm glad she recognizes, I hope she recognizes that. I didn't ask her that. I'm just assuming and presuming, but hopefully so. Because like I said, we've been in touch otherwise, but it saddens me to feel like, dang, I can't just comment because Kimberly wants to comment. Now, I have heard of people having burner accounts. Baby, that's a little too complicated. I don't even want to do all that and get into the algorithm of it all. So if I can't comment, I will tell you this though, because the people I support, I still want to support. So if I make a comment, I click like on mine to give them an extra like. Like I click like on my comment to give them an extra like. Dale taught me that secret because I was like, oh, that's interesting. I never thought of that. But yep, I like my own comment. I like their video. And then if there are other people who have said stuff that I agree with, I don't put the 100 on there. I don't put a comment on there. I just like their comment too. So that to me makes me feel like I still get to provide all the extra support that I want without possibly being accused of something that I'm not doing. Like that, yeah, that was disappointing, but it be what it be and it is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and finish soaking my feet in honey. It's been a while, so we're gonna get busy with it. Y'all don't need to see all that. And so we'll just talk some more in a bit. If not, then I don't know. Is this gonna be the close of my video? It's possible. So let me just go ahead and close out. This might be the end of my video. It's feeling like a little shorty, but if you haven't seen the live, I hope you check that out. That was a good darn time. That to me, that's part of that pros of the community. I wish that everybody who's been on all my girls trips, and maybe we'll get to do that. Maybe we'll do more of that because we had talked about a meet and greet and all of that stuff. But I mean, I get it. People have busy lives. Like even for me, a lot of times people are like, ooh, let's take a trip out to Blase Skippy. And I don't really want to leave the country right now because I'm not knowing my mother's condition. You know what I mean? Like it's just only so far that I want to travel, or for so long. Like for me, at most, I kind of just want to do 3 days for now. Because I would feel terrible if something happened to my mother and my daughter was here in the country and I wasn't. And so I don't want to make this a whole sad thing, but for that reason, I like the idea of a meet and greet. I don't know. Just to kind of meet, hang out. It could be like a happy hour. I say all that, like I feel like I'm talking bold, but in person, I can get kind of awkward when I start feeling. Y'all probably see I'm a little quirky now, even on my channel, but some of y'all love me anyway, so I love y'all back. But yeah, we'll think about it, talk about it, and all of that jazz. Like I said, this might be the end of the video. If so, thank you so much for tuning in, hanging out with me. This is probably more like a self-care type of vlog. You know, I've been cooking, I've been walking, I've been exercising. Oh, I gotta get rid of this love. Like, oh my, I saw a picture of me. I was at Cooper's Hawk, as a matter of fact, and my girlfriend took a picture of me. I was like, oh my goodness. No. We gotta do something about that. And since summer bodies are made in the winter, baby, we gotta stick it on it. But anyway, that's it for all this vlog. I keep saying I'm done, and then I'm done. But no, I'm done for real. Love y'all. Bye.